All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are talking about Google's brand new Gemini 3 ecosystem. And look, this isn't just some small update. This is a genuine revolution in how we create and build things. Seriously, this changes the game. This sentence right here, this says it all. It really captures the massive shift that's happening. Just think about that for a second. You have an idea for an app, a tool, anything. But instead of needing a whole team of developers and months of work, you just ask for it. This isn't science fiction anymore, you know? This is what's possible right now.
I know. It sounds a little bit like magic. So the big question is how? How does this actually work? Well, behind all the hype, there's a really powerful and surprisingly accessible set of tools. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how this one prompt revolution is happening.
Okay, first things first, let's wrap our heads around the main idea here. We are talking about a fundamental, ground-up change in how we interact with computers. It's all about moving away from giving these tedious step-by-step commands and instead just describing the final outcome you want. So, what makes Gemini 3 such an absolute beast? Well, just look at these numbers. First, that 1 million token context window. What does that even mean? It means it can process the equivalent of about 700,000 words at once. It's like reading 7 long novels and remembering every detail. And then there's its ELO score, which basically proves it can use all that knowledge, beating out competitors on real-world building challenges. So yeah, it's not just big, it's incredibly smart. The secret sauce behind all of this is something called generative interfaces. See, Gemini isn't just a chatbot that spits out text. Nope, it's an active builder. It generates interactive user interfaces. It can create these little AI agents to handle complex jobs. And it can map out entire workflows, all from just one single request. It's pretty wild. Okay, so you're probably thinking, I'm ready to build. What do I use? So let's open up the toolbox and look at the actual tools you have at your disposal. It's actually simpler than you might think. So you've got two main engines to pick from. Think of Gemini 3 Pro as your heavy-duty machine. It's for the big, complex projects where you need that deep, superior reasoning. Then you have Gemini 3 Flash. As the name implies, it's all about speed. It is absolutely perfect for getting ideas out of your head and into a rapid prototype, fast. And you've got two main places to use these engines. First, there's AI Studio. Think of this as your web-based playground. It's free to get started, and it's fantastic for just testing out prompts and building your first apps. Then there's Anti-Gravity. This is the downloadable, professional-grade setup. This is where you go to build those really complex, multi-step, agentic systems for clients or for your own business. All right, enough theory. Let's see what this thing can actually do. We're going to walk through 3 incredible tools, and get this, each one was built with just a single, detailed prompt. This is where it gets really, really exciting. First up, we've got a classic marketing tool. I mean, pretty much every business out there needs a way to attract new leads online, right? So we're going to build a fully interactive quiz that actually gives personalized value back to the visitor. And this prompt is a perfect example of how it works. Notice how specific it is. It's not just make me a quiz. It specifies the technology, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It says exactly how many questions to ask, and it defines the final output, a personalized AI automation roadmap. That's the level of detail that gets you a high-quality result. In the process, well, it's just this simple. You put in your detailed prompt, Gemini 3 Pro does the heavy lifting and generates all the code, and boom. In less than a minute, you have a working app ready to deploy. It's insane. From an idea to a functional tool in literally seconds. Okay, let's kick it up a notch. For our second build, we're going to create a tool that can analyze a competitor's Instagram account. This is the kind of thing an agency might actually sell as a service. Now, check this out. Look at this prompt. It's telling the AI to connect to an external service, the Appify API, to pull in data. And it's also asking for data visualization, a clean dashboard with charts. This shows it's not just generating code in a vacuum. It's a systems integrator. All right, for our final example, we're not just building a tool anymore. We're building an entire product, a full-on multi-agent voice AI platform that you could actually sell as a subscription service. The mind-blowing thing here is the sheer complexity baked into this one prompt. It's specifying voice input, a knowledge base, even escalation paths to a human. And this is the kicker: deploy-ready code only. You're telling the AI, don't give me a draft, give me a finished professional product. And that is exactly what it does. So you've seen these incredible results. But how do you actually get them? Well, the magic isn't really in the AI alone. It's in the art of crafting the perfect prompt. And the good news is, this is a skill that absolutely anyone can learn.
So if you want results like what we've just seen, you have to be ridiculously specific. Tell the AI exactly what you want. Always define your output format, like production-ready code. For anything web-based, you have to include the magic words mobile responsive. And here's a pro tip. Ask it to include error handling. It makes your final app so much more robust.
And just when you think it can't get any crazier, it does. Gemini is multimodal, which is a fancy way of saying it understands more than just text. You can literally draw a website on a whiteboard, take a picture of it, and just ask Gemini to turn that sketch into a fully functional landing page. It's just unbelievable. You can even go beyond just technical stuff with this awesome concept called vibe coding. So instead of describing code, you describe an aesthetic, a feeling. You can just say, give me a retro 80s dance party vibe, and it just knows the right color palettes, the fonts, the animations to use. This is literally creativity on demand. So let's zoom out for a minute. What does all of this really mean for the future? Well, we are witnessing the very beginning of a new kind of AI that is going to fundamentally change how we work, how we create, how we do everything. The key concept you're going to hear more and more is agentic AI. And all it really means is that we're moving past simple chatbots. We're now working with AI systems that can take a high-level goal, actually plan out the steps to get there, execute those steps, and then check their own work. They're basically becoming autonomous AI project managers. And really, this slide sums up the whole big idea perfectly. Our relationship with technology is shifting. We don't have to be experts in the how anymore. We don't need to know all the commands or every line of code. We just need to be really clear about the what, the outcome we want to achieve. This technology is putting the power to create into everyone's hands on a scale we have just never seen before. The only real limit now is your own imagination. So the question I want to leave you with is this. If you really can build anything, what are you going to create first?